celebrate friendship and caring for one another.
If it's for Miss Cheerilee, it needs to be perfect. Hearts and Hooves Day only comes once a year, after all.
Now that'll show Miss Cheerilee how much we care about her.
Sweetie Belle, Scootaloo, and Apple Bloom were busy crafting a card for their teacher, Miss Cheerilee.
Glitter! It could definitely use just a little more glitter.
Thank you so much, girls. I love it. I really do,
said Miss Cheerilee.
I have lots of good friends and wonderful students who care about me very much. I'm gonna have an absolutely terrific Hearts and Hooves Day. We just wanted to let you know that we think you're the best teacher in the whole wide world.
Miss Cheerilee appreciated the card and how much her students cared for her. The Phillies wanted to plan a picnic, so Scootaloo found Apple Bloom's older brother, Big Macintosh. Scootaloo invited Big Mac to the picnic because she thought he was shy and might enjoy the company.
Doing anything special for Hearts and Hooves Day?
Nope.
Sweetie Belle arranged the perfect Hearts and Hooves Day picnic with her friends.
Miss Cheerilee's gonna have the best Hearts and Hooves Day ever!
Flowers! Don't forget the flowers!
Oops, I'm on it!
The Phillies invited Miss Cheerilee and Big Mac separately, so it would be a surprise. Sweetie Belle thought Miss Cheerilee and Big Mac would become great friends on Hearts and Hooves Day.
Any big plans for tonight?
Nope.
Beautiful day we're having.
Yep.
Hiding in a bush, the Phillies waited for Miss Cheerilee to ask Big Mac to be her friend. But she didn't.
Oh, come on!
Later that day, the Phillies bumped into Twilight Sparkle on the streets of Ponyville. Twilight Sparkle shared a book with Sweetie Belle that was all about Hearts and Hooves Day.
I don't suppose we could borrow that book for a little while, do ya?
While looking at the book Twilight Sparkle gave her, Apple Bloom found the recipe for a friendship potion. The Phillies decided to mix up a friendship potion and have Miss Cheerilee and Big Mac try it.
A bright rainbow's glow. Stir with the Pegasus feather. Take a tuft of cloud.
Sweetie Belle thought the potion might make Big Mac less shy and better at making friends with Miss Cheerilee.
We thought you two would be perfect together. To test it. Together.
Miss Cheerilee and Big Mac thought the potion was punch and agreed to try it.
I suppose we should just humor them for a moment. This punch does look delicious.
Yep.
Miss Cheerilee and Big Mac swallowed the potion and started acting very strangely.
He's my schmoopy-doopy sweetie-weetie pony pie.
You're my schmoopy doopy sweetie weedy pony pie.
The fillies started to realize that they had made a big mistake. Back at the clubhouse, the young ponies were trying to figure out what went wrong.
What have we done? My brother's acting like a grade A goofball.
Reading from the book, they discovered that they had brewed a love potion, not a friendship potion.
Maybe we added too much rainbow. Or maybe not enough cloud.
Apple Bloom was concerned that Big Mac and Miss Cheerilee might never act normal again.
Great! We've not only turned Big Mac and Miss Cheerilee into a couple of nonsense-spouting nincompoops, we may have put all of Ponyville in jeopardy.
Luckily, Sweetie Belle read that the spell would be broken if the two of them were separated for an hour.
If we can keep Miss Cheerilee and Big Mac from looking into each other's eyes for 1 full hour, the love curse will be broken.
Only an hour? Huh, we can pull that off in a second.
The fillies decided to separate Miss Cheerilee and Big Mac by tricking them into planning their wedding.
You take the first sip, Snuggle Buggles.
No, you take it, Schnoodle Dumpling.
Gosh, you two are so in love. The next thing you know, you'll be getting married.
Miss Cheerilee and Big Mac were still under the potion spell, so a wedding sounded great to them. Sweetie Belle took Miss Cheerilee to the Carousel Boutique to try on dresses for the wedding.
This one looks nice.
Browsing dresses kept Miss Cheerilee from seeing Big Mac for quite a while. Meanwhile, Apple Bloom and Scootaloo kept Big Mac busy by taking him shopping for rings.
No, you know, something less shiny. Miss Cheerilee deserves the best.
They did their best to keep Big Mac from leaving the store before an hour was up.
We still have 25 minutes.
Big Mac snuck away when the fillies weren't looking and bounced his way back towards Miss Cheerilee.
Schmoopy-doo!
Luckily, the fillies had already dug a big hole in the ground to slow him down.
1 more minute and the spell will be broken. I sure am glad you found those shovels.
Miss Cheerilee heard Big Mac call for her, so she burst out of the store to find him. Miss Cheerilee ran to Big Mac and jumped right into the hole with him.
Are you sitting on a feather bed in a hole in the ground?
Yep.
Girls, can you explain why I look like I'm getting married at the bottom of a pit?
When the dust settled, the fillies saw that the spell was broken. But Miss Cheerilee was confused. The fillies apologized for causing trouble and for trying to make Big Mac and Miss Cheerilee into best friends.
It's up to every pony to choose that very special sun pony for themselves.
No pony can force two ponies to be together. We should have never meddled in your relationship.
Miss Cheerilee forgave them and suggested every pony have a picnic to celebrate Hearts and Hooves Day.
Big Mac and I thought we'd have a picnic at the gazebo.
Yup.
The fillies learned that it was wrong to think that Hearts and Hooves Day is about having one special friend. They learned that Hearts and Hooves Day is really a celebration of friendship and caring for one another. The end. Today was an exciting day for the Cutie Mark Crusaders. They were going to earn their cutie marks as bowlers.
Today's the day we're all gonna get our cutie marks in bowling! Woo!
Woohoo!
Exciting!
Woohoo!
Earning a cutie mark was special. It meant that a pony had discovered their unique talent. Apple Bloom struggled and fell. Her ball didn't even make it down the lane. The fillies were not very good bowlers. Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle even joked about how bad they were. Joked.
At least you were able to keep your ball in your lane. At least you were able to keep your ball in your lane.
Apple Bloom was sad she still hadn't found her special talent. It felt like she would never get her cutie mark. Apple Bloom wandered into the ever-free forest. A thick root caught her hoof, and she fell to the ground. Wandered. Zecora was passing by and found Apple Bloom. Apple Bloom had chipped her tooth.
What has happened to you, Apple Bloom?
Zecora took Apple Bloom to her hut in the Everfree Forest. She began working on a potion to fix Apple Bloom's tooth. Apple Bloom admitted to Zecora that she didn't want to wait for her cutie mark to appear. She wanted it now.
I'm just too impatient to be patient.
Once the potion was finished, Apple Bloom drank it. It fixed her tooth.
I bet you can mix up a brew to fix anything.
Zecora explained that no potion could give Apple Bloom a cutie mark. Apple Bloom had to be patient.
There are many mixtures in this room, but none for what you want, dear Apple Bloom.
Zecora began crafting a potion for some pony in need that contained a heart's desire flower. Apple Bloom knew the flower would grant her what she most wanted in the world.
Heart's
wanted a cutie mark so badly that she scooped out the petals when Zecora wasn't looking. Apple Bloom headed back to Ponyville with a surprise. Now she had a cutie mark. Apple Bloom demonstrated her special talent, loop-de-hooping. Every pony cheered.
It's a loop-de-hoop!
Suddenly, another cutie mark appeared. Spinning plates. No one had ever seen a pony with 2 cutie marks before. Every pony watched as Apple Bloom performed both talents at the same time.
All right, every pony, you ready for a real show?
That evening, Apple Bloom went back to Sweet Apple Acres to celebrate her cutie marks with her family.
By the way, you were a hooping and a hopping and a kicking. Reminded me of when I was a spry young filly. Charlie horse, Charlie horse! Whew! That's better.
Apple Bloom was exhausted from all the plate spinning and loop-de-hooping.
I'm plumb tuckered.
Later that night, Applejack discovered that Apple Bloom had a 3rd cutie mark. Now she couldn't stop tap dancing.
Help me! I don't know how to make it stop!
Well, I know some pony who might.
Apple Bloom needed help, so Applejack decided to take her to see Twilight Sparkle. The ponies hurried to Twilight Sparkle's library. Twilight looked up Apple Bloom's ailment in an old book.
Cutie pox. This puzzling pony plague afflicted a population of ponies back in the Paleo-Pony period.
It was called cutie pox. The disease caused cutie marks to appear all over a pony's body. Meanwhile, even more cutie marks continued to appear. Twilight suggested they ask Zecora for help. Luckily, Zecora was strolling through Ponyville, searching for her missing ingredient. Zecora explained that if Apple Bloom told the truth about how she got her cutie marks, then she would be cured. Now a whirlwind of too many talents, Apple Bloom confessed she used Heart's Desire to get her cutie marks.
I admit it! I didn't earn my cutie marks! They're all fake!
When Apple Bloom confessed, a magical flower of truth blossomed out of the ground. The flower of truth cured Apple Bloom of her cutie pox. Apple Bloom apologized to Zecora for taking the Heart's Desire flower.
I'm really sorry I snuck those flowers from you, Zecora.
Zecora explained that being patient is hard, but it was the only way Apple Bloom could truly earn her cutie mark.
With each mistake, you learn something new, growing up into a better you.
Applejack congratulated Apple Bloom for learning from her mistake.
Sure am proud of you, sis. Seems like you finally learned the importance of patience.
Apple Bloom smiled. She agreed to be patient and wait for her cutie mark to appear naturally.
Yup, all good things come to those who wait.
Grateful to be cured, Apple Bloom and her friends returned to Sweet Apple Acres and celebrated. The end. Potion. Flower. Hoop. Plates. Root. Hut. Tooth. Whirlwind. Pony. Forest. Potion. Flower. Hoop. Plates. Root. Hut. Tooth. Whirlwind. Pony. Forest. One evening, Fluttershy hosted a sleepover party for Sweetie Belle, Apple Bloom, and Scootaloo at her cottage.
Okay, girls, what should we do?
The Phillies were so excited for the night's activities.
I'm staying up all night.
Me too! Me three!
Fluttershy suggested the Phillies play a game, but they had other plans.
So, what do you want to do? Play a game?
We are the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
And we want to crusade for our cutie marks! And we... yeah, what they said!
The Phillies wanted to find out what their talents were, so they could earn their cutie marks. Scootaloo wanted to go explore the Everfree Forest outside of Fluttershy's cottage.
Or we could go adventuring in the Everfree Forest.
Yeah!
Fluttershy warned the Phillies not to go because the forest is full of strange creatures.
Oh no, the Everfree Forest is much too dangerous.
Sweetie Belle asked Fluttershy to come with them into the forest to catch creatures.
But you could go with us and we could catch those creatures. We could be, creature catchers.
The Phillies thought they might earn their cutie marks if they caught a scary creature.
Yay! Cutie Mark Crusader Creature Catchers! Yay! Cutie Mark Crusader Creature Catchers! Now, girls, how about we do some nice coloring?
Scootaloo and Apple Bloom made a costume of a creature from the Everfree Forest.
Arr! I am a dangerous creature from the Everfree Forest. Rawr!
Careful, you don't break anything.
Sweetie Belle pretended to be a creature catcher and chased them around the cottage.
I'm Sweetie Belle, the creature catcher, and I'm here to catch you!
While playing, the Phillies accidentally crashed into a table and broke it to pieces.
Sorry, Fluttershy.
Yeah, sorry.
They apologized to Fluttershy and decided to try fixing the table. Maybe their talent was in carpentry.
I know, we could be Cutie Mark Crusader Carpenters!
The Phillies hammered away, but what they made didn't look anything like a table.
That doesn't look like a table.
They decided they were not meant to be carpenters, but they did make an interesting sculpture.
We are definitely not Cutie Mark carpenters.
Some ponies put this thing out of its misery.
All the noise from fixing the table startled the chickens outside Fluttershy's cottage.
Cutie Mark Crusader chicken herders!
Come on, girls. The chickens are flying.
Fluttershy, your chickens are on the loose!
Don't worry, Fluttershy. The Cutie Mark Crusaders will handle this.
The Cutie Mark Crusaders thought they could help by rounding up all the chickens. Fluttershy decided it was time that the chickens settled down and went back to bed.
There's some good chickens.
She used her special gift, the stare, on the chickens, and they went back into their coop. The fillies noticed that one chicken ran off into the ever-free forest, so they chased after it.
Hey girls, look! Some of the chickens may have escaped!
Fluttershy tried to call the fillies back to her, but she had to follow them into the forest.
Girls, wait!
Deep in the ever-free forest, Apple Bloom and her friends were searching for the lost chicken.
That is not how you call a chicken.
Scootaloo and Apple Bloom bickered about who had the better chicken call.
Now I know how to call a chicken! Scootaloo! Scootaloo! Come on, guys. We're not gonna find the chicken or our cutie marks by arguing.
Apple Bloom thought that maybe arguing was their special talent, so they argued more.
Maybe that's our special talent. Arguing!
Is not.
Is too. Anything yet?
Nope.
Huh.
No matter how much they argued, no cutie marks appeared for them. Just then, Fluttershy found the fillies and urged them to leave the forest right away.
We haven't found the chicken yet.
She told them to leave because there was a dangerous cockatrice on the loose.
There's no time for that. There's a cockatrice on the loose.
Fluttershy explained that a cockatrice has the head of a chicken and the body of a snake.
A cockatrice! It's a frightening creature with the head of a chicken and the body of a snake.
She also told the fillies that the cockatrice has a stare that can turn living things to stone.
The head of a chicken and the body of a snake? That doesn't sound scary. That sounds silly.
Why, if I ever saw one of them cockathingies face to face, I'd laugh at how silly it was.
Just then, the fillies found the missing chicken, but they were confused when they saw two of them.
There he is!
Two chickens?
I thought only one escaped. Grab them both!
Said Sweetie Belle, not knowing that the second one was actually a cockatrice. The cockatrice took flight and swooped towards the ponies. Fluttershy told the fillies to hide behind her, and they listened to her.
Girls! Behind me! Now!
The cockatrice attacked, trying to turn Fluttershy into stone with its magical stare. But Fluttershy used her stare on the cockatrice and sent it scampering away.
Just who do you think you are going around turning others into stone? Don't ever let me catch you doing this again!
The Fillies learned a valuable lesson and apologized to Fluttershy for not listening to her.
We're sorry we snuck into the forest.
They promised they would listen to Fluttershy and other ponies who care for them from now on.
Yeah, we'll listen to you from now on.
We promise.
Oh, you do you? Well, you better, or I'll give you the stare.
Even though the Fillies didn't earn their cutie marks, they did learn an important lesson.